When Lou Elizondo first joins this program, like I said, he had never even thought about UFOs before. So when he first gets in there, where do you think they tell him all of this started?
Roswell.
1947.
No way.
Roswell. Roswell was the only nuclear base in the world when this happened in 1947. It's the only base that had nuclear weapons in the whole world.
Wait. There was a nuclear base at Roswell?
The only
I thought it was just a military base.
It was the only nuclear base in the world.
So they did, I assume they did nuclear testing?
Yes, they did. It had the only nuclear bombers
You're
in the
saying,
world.
oh, of course.
Yeah.
You're saying they were interested in the nuclear base before.
That's why they were there. Yeah.
That's why they were there in the first place.
Yep, and we have a lot of proof of that. So there's a book called UFOs and Nukes where the guy goes through hundreds.
What's that book about?
Yeah, exactly. It's all military officer testimony of people that worked at nuclear bases that saw UFOs, and all of them did. Every nuclear base had UFO activity, right? Where we keep the nukes, the guys that push the button, the most sound of mind people that are medically tested mentally on a weekly basis because they have their finger on a button that can destroy the world.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so we know, and ATIP found out that they were very interested in nuclear weapons or nuclear devices of any kind.
Yeah.
In fact, the Nimitz was a nuclear-powered carrier with nuclear subs around it, carrying nuclear weapons. And so these things...
Explain what Nimitz is again?
This was the Tic Tac. So they believed that any time that we were using nuclear-powered vehicles or carrying nuclear weapons, that these things would show up. And they were right. They knew that there was a big nuclear connection.
Yeah.
And they wanted to exploit that.
What do you think the connection is? I think nuclear weapons disrupt their way of traversing the cosmos. I think it messes with their tools.
Yep. Well, Lou Elizondo confirms that you are right in this book, that the EMP specifically blows them right out of the sky.
They're interested in nuclear.
So ATIP comes up with a plan. Let's honeypot these guys. Let's set up a bunch of nuclear carriers.
What?
Nuclear submarines.
Honeypot the aliens?
And put them out on a mission together. Put nuclear weapons on board. We're going to uranium. We want to draw them in so that we can study them. We don't know when and where they're going to show up, but we do know that they'll show up for this. Yeah. This is what they like. This is what they come after. This is what they monitor.
But you said they don't know what? What'd you say?
You never know when and where they're going to be, but they know that now. And exactly.
Back to the
This
future.
is it.
Yeah.
It says right here, precisely at 12:04 at midnight. Marty, we're gonna send you home.
Wait, Doc, you're telling me that we know...
You're not going to understand a thing I say. Just go along with the plan. Look at the scale model. This is beautiful.
They tried to honeypot aliens.
Or aliens with nukes, and they love it. Their superiors love the idea. This way, we can get up close and personal, get real high-definition photos. We can monitor how fast they go, what shape they are.
It's smart.
We could look for the occupants inside. We could even EMP one and pull it out of the sky.
It's smart.
Study one.
Because, hey, we know how to potentially catch an alien or UFOs.
The Tic Tac video?
Yeah.
The only reason that they were there is because there was all a bunch of nuclear subs and carriers. The video with the Roosevelt was a nuclear-powered ship again.
But do you understand how dangerous that potentially could be?
The plan, if you're going to monitor them, is smart. If you're going to try and shoot them out of the sky... That's playing with fire.
Oh, yeah.
And the Russians figured that out. We talked about that in a previous episode. The Russians stopped shooting at them. They were like, during the Cold War, they were like, they turned people into limestone. Like, just leave them be. They're not attacking us. Why are we attacking them?
Season 2.
Yeah.
Him with the green time. It sounds like something I would make up. It really does.
A ghost, a ghoul, a goblin, a monster, a werewolf.
Went on and wrote in the comments, I was going to say, that came out great.
You're off to a great start.
Yeah. We got some fun stuff planned today. We got some goods.